guess what happened?
How do you do that?
Good day, guys. Today, language engineer is cooking some stewed peas and white rice. Hey, guys. Let's check. So, this look at the peas. Hmm. Hello? Manuel. Okay. Good day, my friend. How are you doing? Good day. Thank you for coming to my live stream today, my friend. Appreciate your support. Appreciate you coming by. Presently going to cook some stew peas and rice. So I am preparing my peas, my friend, washing it and getting it ready. So washing my peas and getting it ready to start my meal. Going to season it up a bit. So thank you, my friend, for coming by. Thank you for coming by. I am going to put Yes. So now I'm getting my peas in, the meat in also. I do not want my meat to disappear, but guess what, guys? I do not want my meat to get hard also. So we have to make sure we do the necessary seasoning up. Okay? So far, I am putting so that's it. So guys, I am going to show water. So now I'm going to drop some salt. As a matter of fact, some vinegar in there. I'm going to drop some sauce in here, guys. That's it. I'm going to now get some I might just cook my stew peas in this big pot here, guys, due to the fact that I have put so much peas here because I really wanted to use the peas one time. I do not like cooking.
You like Betty?
Yeah.
You're not in the frame.
Huh?
You look nice, friend.
See? Banana the frame. Like you said? Huh?
No, you got nothing there. Vinegar. You gonna make juice?
Ice in the bottle? No.
Okay.
So get some browning in, guys. You see. Also going to be getting few peppers in my few piece pot here.
You peas. You peas away. You last kill or something. But
Oh yeah. Oh, I only have one pepper leaf. I wanted to put about 3 there and a cheese. One. One leaf, guys. One pepper leaf. Alright.
Yeah, how much you?
Let me just get some. Just pick a paprika, guys. brown one there. Put a bit so now put here my pepper. Drop my pepper in, and I'm going to also put a nice piece of thyme. And partially seasoning this pot. Okay guys, not fully seasoning the pot, just partially. After this has cooked to a certain distance, then I will go ahead and finish seasoning the pot.
Juices in the bottle.
Okay, so I'm gonna put chocolate.
No, I'm saying you can take some if you like.
So I have put that on a path for cooking. Okay, now I'm going to just get a nice piece of scallion. Yeah, this piece of scallion will serve nicely. Don't think I need any more whatsoever. Washing off. And I'm just going to break him and put him in. As you can see guys, I haven't put in any coconut milk or anything like that yet. And apart from a bit of paprika, there is no more powder seasoning inside my pot here. I also have, a lot of others that I am going to incorporate into this pot. So now I'm going to put this one aside, right? And start my pot on its way, okay? Get my pot on its way. Alright. After sorry.
Bring it on.
I need to buy a gas and put it down. So on this one station. Anyway. Where it that is that. Now I need to get my rice. A lot of things is left in this few pieces to really season it, but you know what I'm going to try another aspect. Preparation. So, no, wrong pot. Take up the wrong pot. Wrong pot. The wrong pot.
I want to.
The female pot bottom of J wash. Every one of the pot J wash dirty. You see? Then go and clean. Female pot bottom. Just dry your hand down here.
The burn part.
Every one of the pot in J wash that in the whole of the dirty and J have score right there. So I don't understand them style. You guys can't look funny. Where's this cover score that was here?
Watch your mouth. Give some water. Watch your mouth. Will you have him water? Oh.
These children are unable to do anything properly. It's not funny, man. Nothing properly. Jesus. And then sometimes you talk to them, you want back shot and gear for a shot and something, and they can't wash a pot or plate or a pot. Jesus. Sure. So guys, Nadine, that pot you sent up on the fire? Is this pot centered on the fire?
Yeah. No, you know.
Alright, so guys, going to be preparing some rice in that pot. I have some more preparation to make before
The girl I'm back here.
my stew peas can be
Green?
And you can't do no better because,
Water?
yeah. Beer does.
guys. I am now going to get some rice into this pot. Still going to have to do bit of preparation. Let me one of my cups in a Van Dam. Need one to measure some rice.
Really funny.
Yeah. so no. I think I bought 3 or 4 of them there.
Yeah, true.
So where is they? Not those 2 young Daniel I use.
Uh-huh.
Eh?
Uh-huh.
Wait. Come on.
Have you talked to?
Yes, you want 9 copies of one. I'm not going to
She kept on going. Good job. Balance size, balance. What is it? I don't know. Adnaya?
Yes, ma'am. You got the box.
So guys, there's some rice in the pot there. And I'm now going to be alright. I will take going to prepare some seasonings and preparing some seasoning. Going to go and go and so garlic, garlic, garlic and onion is needed. So yeah, well, I Valdania, look on the little phone to me or something. Anyone is there?
Just manual. Use it.
Hmm?
Manual, use it.
Okay, Manuel, thank you for being here, sir. Appreciate you guys. If it's possible that you're able to give me a like, please give me a like or a thumbs up. Now, presently, my friend, I am finished cutting up this seasoning. And I am going to be putting my so I'm putting up my onion. Guys, the workman is outside cutting some grass next door. So you might hear some sounds, you know. That's just the gentleman working next door. So it's in container there. So now let me find something else that I should. I did not remember to check if I have any. Okay, yes, I found it. Coconut powder. It's here. And I'm going to using right here. Now I'm going to prepare my coconut milk. Okay, so that's the reason why I am. So that's in the container there. I am also going to be putting a piece of butter in my pot, but for now, guys, for now, I was thinking about doing something that, oh, I'm going to make a few spinners in this container, guys. Stew peas cannot be stew peas without the spinners. Okay? Yeah. And flour is almost finished, guys, but I don't need that much to do what I am doing. I just need a small amount to make some spinners, you know. I would have stone the liquor a while ago. The wind there in the room. Okay. So right there. And I'm going to get some salt. Right. To put here. Sprinkle some in right here. That's my grandbaby in the background, guys, exercising his voice, you know. So it's not a lot of spinners I am making. Just in a bit. Yes, so it's not a lot. Yeah, put a lot of water in here.
The big hat. My big hat them. Come in. My brown hat them.
We must get in there, guys. We must get in here. Let me see. Well, yes. Need it. Let it get back. made dough for the spinners is ready. So I'm going to put it somewhere where it stays safe for now. Okay, guys. So it's right here. And it's there. Stays safe. I do not hear the pressure cooker doing it thing as yet, but the smell that I am getting is saying that something is about to happen. So now I told you guys I'm doing few peas. Oh, so I am throwing this here. Right there. I'm just throwing this there. Where did you get that? Just crib. So now I am mixing my coconut milk. Going to then put it down so that when the pot on the fire is ready, then I can go ahead and add it. Okay, guys. So I have put these out here. What I'm going to do is pour one, put it over here for now. Stay there for a while. Okay. Nothing goes near. Give me a minute, guys. Give me a minute. Just let me get something. Give me a minute. So guys, I have some seasoning that I am also preparing. So these are my other seasonings for my stew peas. Okay, so these seasoning will be there to spice up my pot along with some others. So now that the stew peas is on the way, guys, I'm going to wash my rice and get it on the way also. This is my white rice. My white rice. Pressure cooker started. So now that means the meat is on its way, guys.
Dean,
Yeah.
God child say, why are you both screaming at the same time?
I don't know God's style. I decided to stream when I'm cooking, and my wife asked me if I was going to, and I said yes. So she wants to stream as well. Cannot do anything about that, my friend. That's her business. So that's good. It's okay. Okay, it's okay. So how are you doing, my friend? Everything good? Haven't seen you for a while, but I know that you're a very busy person. So I am cooking some food at the moment. Everything is okay. I will soon finish though, God style. Don't worry. As soon as I finish cooking, I will be finished. So I will be finished shortly. Okay, so now I need a spoon, and I am going to put some rice here, some salt in this pot. What's the name of the first gentleman that is there? Again, um, Tamian, what's name again? What the gentleman that is there name again?
God child TV.
No man, not God's child. The other gentleman that was there.
Manwar.
Manwar. Manwar, thanks for being here. I am glad to see you, sir, because I know that you're from the other side of the world, and we're down here in Little Jamaica, so it's nice to see you on the channel. So I appreciate that. Thanks for the support. God's child, Manwar, everyone in the background. Thank you for your love and support, for your understanding. Also, thank you very much, guys. Thank you. Um, so, you know, now, all right. What I am going to do now, guys, is I'm going to now get a piece of butter, butter, to put in. Nadine, Vanda must sleep or something, Nadine.
Macavan?
Nadine and call Vanda. So, see what she has to say. So, butter is in the pot. The fruit is in the pudding. What don't concern niggas, sugar, easy. What is going on here? Now, I'm going to get my cover now, guys. So, that is done. I am now going to be cooking my rice on the fire. Come here.
Yep.
I'll go ahead. Try to see if you can scrape that back here to me, yeah? You put it down. No, sorry. It's just got that perfectly fine. This one is the one I'm talking about. It's straight, right? It's center. It's in center. Yeah? Alright, so. It's pretty pot, but the pot I bite you? Nah, blow.
The power instead like that,
That didn't happen to me already. One
Why
time,
I tell you?
yeah, the stove right there, so. And the pressure cooker never work good. And it explode and fly off of the stove and drop over the stove. Fly off of the stove, the pot reach right over the stove, the table, and some of the food up in the ceiling, and the cover reach somewhere over here. That's why it's already. It is up on fire and it have one wood. And then below here.
That's why
Let's see, there's one thing. Just hear the pot take off like a rocket. You know? That's how it goes. Pressure cooker, you can. This serving where them are going to do when them ready, yeah? So guys, my rice is on the fire. My peas and meat is so far doing its thing, right? Now all my ingredients are not added as yet. So as soon as my peas and meat is pressured properly, I have kind of pre-seasoned the pot so far, you know. One little country pepper in there with skillet and thyme and so on. So the next seasoning will be the big seasoning, you know, where the coconut milk will be added along with some garlic and onion and some Maggi's, you know, butter and so on, along with some spinach. But it hasn't reached that point as yet, guys. So presently, we're at the first stage. So just say bye, Manwar. Thank you. Good day. Thank you for being here. Okay, my friend Godchild, big up yourself. Okay. I must also say to everyone in the background, I hope you're having a wonderful day or night, wherever you are. I think, what time now, Tamiya? You can see the time, you have number the time here, so?
yeah, 3:31.
3:31.
Yep.
So I think it's about 3:31 in Manwar. 3:31 p.m. also. About 3:31 p.m. say Manwar, I think. Anyway, not sure. So thank you guys. Large up on yourself at all times. I told you this morning I would be back when it's dinner time, so it's now dinner time. So I am getting some dinner prepared, and you know, as you guys know, I'm always in the kitchen. The kitchen is my place, you know. Apart from that, you know, it's the blind visionary Dean White, you know, our Dean White, the blind visionary, the real blind man who the Lord has blessed with the ability and talent to do many things. Okay. So guys, yesterday I finished preparing the kitchen sink behind me for tiling. So I will be tiling it shortly, but I just haven't gotten the tile cutter as yet, you know, and they're a bit expensive, cannot afford one, so I am waiting, you know, so you will be seeing me tile the kitchen sink area. Okay guys. Also I must say yeah.
God, God child say, I'm heading over to Nadine, like also.
Okay, God's child, hey man, do you think? Understand, do you think? Everything good so far? Do you think? Yes, so I am thinking. Now I know if it's past 3 is some minutes, past 9 for some persons. Okay, for some persons it's past 9, while for some persons it's past 12 o'clock. Okay, so you know, we are in the beautiful island of Jamaica in the parish of Clarendon. And so far, guys, I am going to give you a little bit of background information, based on myself, which is the blind visionary here. I have been totally blind since 2016. I had lost one eye from 2001. I found out. Okay. I'm living in the parish of Clarendon with my wife and children, and so far life has been hard, but the Lord has been good. The Lord has always been someone who I can count on. Okay. I am the first child for my mom who had 5 of us. And so far, I must say, even though I am the first child, I am the first of 4 boys. So far, 3 of us is still alive while 2 have passed away already. So far, I would say a little insight. Two of my brothers were tragically killed based on the life that they lived. Okay, the one that followed me and the third one, they were both terminated. Now, while growing up, I used to live in a part of Kingston called Tel Aviv.
Alright, so God's Child TV, I'm here,
Okay,
but busy.
okay. Yeah, man. No, you're whistling and riding. Okay, so I used to live in a part of Kingston called Tel Aviv. And while living in Tel Aviv, we were young boys growing up, so there was a lot of war and violence going on between Tel Aviv and another area that is called South Side. Okay, that is South, but it is called South Side. Gold Street was the borderline for both areas, which means Gold Street was the borderline for South and Tel Aviv, and you could not go and stand on Gold Street, even though Gold Street was the street that had the police station on it. Okay, guys, now I grew up with a couple of my cousins, right, at the time, and we walked down a road that was not a very nice road at times, but as a matter of fact, I must say I am alive and thankful to God to say that I have been there and I have made it, and I am living through that a person can change their lifestyle and be a blessing to others. Okay. Now, my cousin that was way younger than I am has passed away No, because he was sentenced to Pittsburgh, what we would call Governor General Ledger, and after appealing based on what I was told, they had ordered that he be released. He was arrested and charged on the count of a few murders, and they appealed to the Privy Council after he spent a couple of years, and it was said that he was supposed to be released, but before the release date, he was killed or he died in prison, in custody. Okay? Now, that cousin was tragically passed. The area that we were in at the time, now there is another area by the name of Spoilers. The brother that I had that followed me, he was living in Spoilers, which was of a different political party. So Spoilers was, on the opposite side. They were aligned with South side. Okay. He was on that side doing his thing, and one day he went down to Tel Aviv. I was told, and it is alleged that he fired a lot of rounds and persons were hit and so on. After the incident, he went back up to where he was located. Reports reaching the police, and being that he was affiliated with some police officers, they went to where he was located and called for him. He came out due to the fact that he knew the voice and the person who called him. And when he came out fully armed with his handgun and so on. And the officers killed him on the spot. Now, that was the brother that followed me, and when I look at this situation at times, I blame my brother because I knew that he gave away his life. No matter how you think of yourself, being bridging and so on with others, the law is the law, and officers have to uphold the law. So, my other brother was also killed by the police in 2010, but he was, what I would say, he was a strong man for an area over there in Kingston. He was what is called in Jamaica the Don. So, due to activities going on in the area and so forth, a lot of violence, a lot of persons dying from both top and bottom areas and so on. He, you know, he was arrested on more than one occasion and released on more than one occasion. He grew up in one of the formatory homes that I grew up in and passed through. He came out and it is alleged that he had a few bodies under his belt. Okay, it is alleged, right? But I would say that as his brother, he was a loving person that I knew, you know. Um, I and him, I and my brothers has never had any eruption. As a matter of fact, we lived so good that a lot of times we used to be all over the place together. Okay, that was how we lived as family members. And at times persons would feel threatened when they saw us together, knowing that, you know, we were stronger together than apart. Okay, guys, so, you know, it's kind of sad to know that they have passed away. Apart from that, a lot of cousins that walk down that same road, they have also passed away. You know, it's about 4 of them, along with those 2 brothers of mine, and so on. And we, at times, I feel a bit lonely, you know, because my brother who died at Texas, a boy, spoilers here. He was a brother that I loved very much, you know. And I must say, when I said I loved him very much, he was like my shadow or my skin, as could put it. Okay. He grew up as a very kind child, you know. But due to changes and circumstance and company and influence, you know, you find out that things change, right? His life changed. What I had put down was what they took up. And when they started their walk down what we call the gangster road, I was working, you know, I was a working man trying to make an honest living. Yes, because I've always been someone who believes in working for what I want. I've never thought about robbing anyone for anything that I want in life. If I want a vehicle, I would think about getting a job or saving or doing a partner a partner to purchase that vehicle. If I want some furniture, I would think about doing a layaway and finish paying for those furniture. Like, I was never the type who really believe that, supposed to hold persons and take them things. No. Um, even though we lived in areas where extortion was prevalent and everyday occurrence, we were never a part of such activities. But we didn't allow ourselves to be stepped on, ordered around, or disrespected in any way, manner, or fashion. We always made sure that, we deal with things firmly, promptly, and fairly. Okay, very fairly. At times I feel, as I said, a bit lonely because a lot of the cousins have gone. They are resting in peace. Brothers are resting in peace, you know. And I look back at my life at times and think that God really had a plan for me because I could have been resting in peace as well. But I am here speaking to you guys, giving you some background on a few issues. My mother and her husband was killed tragically a few years ago. Also, at the time I was seeing with one eye, and from her death, I have never cried about her death, and even now, I have never cried, and I believe that when the time comes and I feel comfortably enough, I will speak to the world about this issue and incident, not now. You might ask why I did not cry, or you might think to yourself that I did not love my mother and so on, but within this world and this lifestyle, even though she died tragically, went before her time, gone too soon, and so on, I knew she was a child of God when she went. I am upset about the way she went, and the cause and everything. And from that day, I have not been able to cry due to the fact that I have always believed that, whoa, let me check what one another part here. Coming, guys, coming. Let me get one. Yes, guys, the pot feel like it's empty. That means the liquid is out of the pot, guys. stew peas, guys, but my stew peas seems like it's a pot of meat and peas, guys. I need to check. Mm-mm. Guys, it's ready already. Serious, it's ready. Whoa, I can't believe it's ready already. It's ready, guys. The peas is very soft. You know what? Hold on. I'm going to have to start. The peas is very soft, guys. So it is ready. Like Freddy, guys, it is ready. Yes, my peas. So the coconut milk is now in, guys. Alright, so you know what? I'm going to start doing the second season. And after doing this, let me get everything up, guys. This, yeah, man. Alright. So now, guys, right, coconut milk is in. Other seasoning has been in now. Yes. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I wonder if the chicken foot them. Why were the chicken foot them, guys? Listen. I had put them in same time with the peas. And I guess just as all the peas them cook, they should be cooked. So now, what I am going to do is get this mixed up. I'm going to put back my pot on the fire, guys. So now, so So, get everything up, guys. Now, I am going to start season this pot right now. Start dropping some spinach, guys, because guess what happened? It's a good thing I took it off the fire, right? I was just checking based on the smell that I was getting that, you know, but good thing me using my nose, guys. My nose has never steered me wrong.
No, we have just the man that
So,
She takes the joy is here, don't come, this, that.
so now, guys,
Checking in before you go to come at the house because you want to see. All her feelings is that she granted
yes. Mhm. So now, time to start dropping. Need salt. I need salt, I need salt, I need salt. My salt bottle is here. I am now going to get a piece of butter in here. Wash off this. Wash off this. So guys, listen. The food is cooking very quickly. I think the dinner is going to be ready in a few. How to stew peas now, guys? I like when the stew peas nice, you know. You understand? Stew peas must nice, you know. Stew peas must nice. Okay, now
and they know all of us might just talk about she got all the
still want some more salt, guys. Yeah, man. Yeah, the butter is in there. Still want some more salt. All the seasoning standing up in the pot, guys. All the seasoning standing up. Yeah, none of the seasoning them not lie down in there. Seasoning them high. I don't know hands on the light post, guys. Okay. All right. Now don't want to change the flavor, but the little seed. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, watch me. It's time to get there. Spinach in. As soon as the spinach cook, this is ready, guys. Soon as the spinach cook, so guys, now I'm going to be putting the spinach in the pot. Um, Wanda, Wanda, come look at the pot here, the good on the fire. No, tell Betty say, I don't like food with too much salt in it, so. Betty, I don't like food with too much salt, so it's not going to be. Come center the pot here by the fire for me. Yeah, yeah. And I bubble honey.
The what? Can you put a big old giant fan in there? That one fan them dusty, they just want to clean. You said it was just dusty. And this was more.
So, Betty, I do not salt my food, and even if I put things like salt beef or some in my pot, I at times use vinegar and boil out the salt out of it, you know. So when I'm cooking it, I have to start adding back salt. Just a style. A method of cooking, you know, that I have always done. So Betty, this one little more salt, you know, Betty. Want a bit more salt, Betty. Nice, you know, but it want a bit more salt. Mm. So that's it. That's it, that's it, that's it. No. You sure you said this good for the fire Wanda?
Yes, sir.
And still seems like it hot and even, you know.
One side I put some stevia with food.
One side I pop a stick, while the other side alright. That's why I'm saying that stew peas, alright. It bubble up little. Gundam, this one browning,
You know, say you do.
eh?
You are from Jones to color.
Okay, but I have two different color beans, so that's why I answer if it was browning. This is something. Tell me, this look like it was browning.
Oh, see somebody come on. Betty.
Yeah, Betty's one of my friends, you know.
Betty said, don't make it soft.
So Betty knows say I be a pigtail stew peas them cook. The pot one browning, well in. Look like it one browning. Look at the color, is it brown? Okay, alright, thank you. That's all you need to tell me. That it's brown. Where bottom is up, right? Yeah, baby. You want food out there, pot, do it. This one gets food. Then it's a stew piece, look lady. You know, it thick already, you know, I don't want to get it too. I don't want to have little stew for run. So I want them to even thick meat.
It look alright.
Yeah, but no kick now not going there. ready yet. That's why I want them to put it in. You see? Thick now going there, it's gonna make it bad. That's it. You know, so I'm not thick, I'm not put the thick man. Yeah, right now it's all a jump out like it's 5 pounds like that. Right, supposed to release too. They want to look more soft.
Let's fix this.
Earphone, huh?
No.
Nadine, how your tablet ring? How your tablet ring? Oh, Dean phone? No worry, no worry. Don't worry, don't worry. Then she the right out to say everything I bring and make me happy outside. No.
And I don't want to see.
Guys, Miss QP, finish up saying ready. Ah, no, no. These them was soft. I was not aware. 5 more minutes, guys. QP is done. We don't know about the rice. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna wash out these first. Okay. Washing out these first. So guys, food is almost complete. Almost complete, guys. Food is almost complete. So Mm-hmm. The rice ready, guys. Turn it off. Because it is ready. Everything ready. Everything is ready. Yeah. Everything is ready. Guys, I'll play stew peas pot now. Because it's ready. Let me leave it. The whole of the stew peas gravy will come out again. You know, so I finish cooking. See the guys finish it, you know? Yes. Oh, hold on. I have some seasoning leaf back here. So, oh, going to put them back. I have a little bottle to put seasoning. So, now, guys, I am finished cooking. Right? Finished cooking. Going to drink some water. Some water. Need to turn off the gas too. Yes, so now guys, as I was saying, down, Betty, it's perfectly fine. Not salt, my friend. Okay, it's not salt. So it's there. Also, as I was saying, we were growing up in the inner city. We had to make sure that we watch where we went. As I was saying, we'll speak to you about my mother and her husband death as soon as the time comes. Okay, guys. It is tragic, but even though it is tragic, it's something that we have to sit down and do a live about. Also, it is something that can be very dangerous or detrimental, as we would put it. Okay, guys. So, I. Oh. Never put on the pot, put my back on the pot. Remember it, guys. I think I didn't put it back on. So, we're here, and I am thank God that I am alive. I am the oldest, and I have walked down a certain road, and I am still here today to speak with you on this platform, to everyone who is in the background and who is in the chat. I am still here to say thank God for life, you know, to thank Him for family, to thank Him for everything that I have gotten so far, to thank Him for giving me the good sense to move when He tells me to move, to thank Him for giving me the smarts to make conscious, meaningful decisions that has impacted my life even today, and they have not been wrong decisions. You understand, guys? Because I've made decisions that have allowed me to reach at a point in my life where I am at today. And understand this, guys, as a blind man, I am in the bracket of the less fortunate. Okay, I am not someone who is wealthy, who is better off than anyone. As a matter of fact, financially, I am a person who is struggling, but I find myself when I am out in the public blessing others. Okay, and apart from that, at times I am hearing persons might walk up to the gate and knock the grill, and when you go here, somebody is asking for something. And even though I don't have much, sometimes I am glad that the Lord has assisted me with giving someone something, because I have been assisted on more than one occasions. Okay, I must say, person has been a blessing to me, and I believe that I should be the same, a blessing to others. So I've tried my best to stay in that focus and that frame of mind, guys. Okay. Now, I believe in Christ. I really am trying to be a safe person. I believe in honesty, believe in love, you know, but I believe that persons should be truthful, and fear. Okay. Um, at times I find myself doing some job, or I am asked to do some things at church. I have always answered yes because it's the Lord work, and I realize that if I am asked, the Lord has moved someone to ask me to do what they need me to do. Now I am a very outspoken person, and I will not lie to anyone. So at the church, you find out that persons tend to be afraid, right? When I approach the podium, or when I am asked to do anything. Yo, I'm not sure. May I talk to Uda here? Don't worry about that. May have people in my background. So I am asked to do something in church, and there are just a few persons who trust me enough to go up on the podium to do what is asked, because what happened, they realize that from time to time, if I am on the podium, I normally say what comes to my mind. And at times, what comes to your mind might not be in line with what they want of you. Okay. Also, persons tends to want to give you a job to do, tell you that you have 5 minutes, and then while you are doing your job, they cut it to 3. And if I have 5 minutes, I'm using the whole entire 5 minutes, guys. You understand? I'm not stopping until the 5 minutes is up. And that's just me. Sometimes I might pass the 5 minutes. Hello?
Anna K said, Mr. Dean, blessings.
Thank you, Anna K. Appreciate your love. Thank you for coming to this live stream, my friend. I where you say the person say?
Anna K said, blessings.
Okay.
Mr. Dean, blessings.
So is Simone you talk about?
Yes, Dean.
Jesus. Okay. So guys, I believe in, getting the job done for God. And I believe that one day, I will be one of those permanent YouTube, what I would say, influencer that will look back and explain to someone else that when I did this live, I was on stream with maybe 20 people, 5 people, 10 people, or, and at the time, I handled myself professionally and tried my best to entertain you guys, Um, I am not a very jokified person. I Michelle what? Yeah, she's on stream. Okay, good evening, Michelle Lifestyle. Right? I appreciate you coming by. Appreciate you coming by. I remember that you had said the other day that you had subscribed to me, so I went and did the same what's something and so on. So I appreciate your support, my friend. I realized though that you see on my device there is an area that shows me persons that subscribe to me, but I didn't find you in there, Michelle. So, I was wondering if you have a different setup for your stuff, but what's up, God's child? Are you okay, my friend? You see, God's child has been multitasking, so I appreciate that. Michelle Lifestyle, thank you for being here. Thank you for coming to this live stream. Thank you for giving me a bit of support. I know you might have been in the background also, so thanks much. Yes?
She said she's still here, but she's in the kitchen.
Yes, God's child, you in the kitchen, me done. I am finished, Me finish in the kitchen, God's child. Me finish. Yes. So I am here, Michelle Lifestyle. Okay. I am rapping with my fellow personnel in the background and who is in the chat, because as I have been here for a while, I didn't.
I would love I'm busy.
Okay. And God's child, please note that because I have finished cooking, I will be closing the live shortly. So it's not anything. I know you are busy also and doing your thing. Thank you for your support anyway. Manwar, thank you for your support, sir. Thank you for your support, Betty. Thank you for coming to the live stream, guys. I from time to time believe that my live stream, a lot of persons might not like what I have to speak about or discuss, but I realize that that's not the case. It is not the truth based on what persons have informed me of. You know, I am a person who is a very interesting content creator. So from time to time, you will find me creating contents that sometimes it might be out of the box, a little bit out. But apart from that, I am able to create contents that um, will teach. I do not like to create contents that is boring, but at the same time, we're on a platform where we have to
Okay, so we love to hear you, sir.
okay, thank you, my friend Anake. Appreciate your words of encouragement. We are on a platform where we have to stay in line with certain rules and regulations, and due to that fact, you know, we at times have to exercise very good self control. Okay, well, at this moment, I must say I appreciate my supporters,
And God said, don't
subscribers.
mind listening to Sergey, humble young man.
I thank you, God's child. Thank you. I must say thanks to my subscribers, my supporters, persons who do not even speak my language, but because of the contents that I put out, they have subscribed to me. Thank you guys for being the way you are. Thank you for really trying to understand what I am about. Okay, I must say a lot of persons, have shown me a lot of love, and I appreciate it. Sometimes I will give myself a bit of trouble, but it's not much. It's not much. Okay, guys, it's not much. Apart from that, I am a person who has the ability to sing a lot of songs, mostly on the DJ side. You know, I am very talented in that area. Um, I am also someone who rathers the older rhythms. I believe the older rhythms are better, they are longer, and they allow you the time to showcase your talent musically. So that's why I rather the older rhythm. Some of the rhythms then that I see nowadays are like 2 minutes. The older rhythms used to be 3, 4, 5, 6. So I rather those rhythms at times to do songs on. Okay, because my songs are very explanatory. You understand me? There are songs that will be giving you a story, or there are songs that will be telling you that, for instance, Jamaica Nice is one of the shortest, and the War Against the Kids It's one of the another short song that I did, but I do those due to the fact that the rhythms have been coming shorter and persons seems to be having shorter attention span. You know, from time to time you will hear a song with a million lines of chorus and no supporting body. So it does not have a start, a middle, and an end. It just has a start and then chorus all the way. You know, so I try to keep my songs totally different. All right, for instance, guys, listen. I will outline a song that I am speaking about. I did a song that says, "Hey, the politicians no care, vote for people no way. So tell them just go away and go stay. Where the former prime minister stay? Just tell them disappear and tell them forget out of here, cause we no care. What them want kill we and say, but we figure enumerate so we can all participate. Just tell them go away because we never involve ourselves. In a them slackness, no way. We are gonna lace up our shoes and buckle we belt. We not gonna make politicians come and lead we astray. And then them give we away and sentence we to all them electric chair. That's why I say, hey, the politicians not care, but poor people no way. So tell them just go away, cause every day them get up, them put poor people under the dot and talk about poor people can't trust. I know the population is too much, they hurt poor people till we shut back our bus. I no care how hard we work, we can never ever earn enough because we can't make a splurt, we can't buy a blouse or a shirt, we can't find fear fee go work, we can't even get that day fee go at church, and then them say the price of food stuff gone up. I know some youths just give up, and then them put them 6 foot 6 on that dot. That's why I say, hey, the politicians no care, but poor people no way. So tell them just go away. That's why me say, look there, see the one more you dead. The true starvation fly up in nine head. Look there, see the one more you dead. No true starvation fly up in nine head. Say me dey have a little virgin by the name of Fred. Every day in the roadside and have money, him a beg him used to walk up and down and beg people bread. But before him dip so low, he used to big up in a wealth, he used to walk up and down and teach the children and tell the whole that them forget independent, but some bigger heads out. They never like Fred's teaching them, so them plan. So them a go get rid of Fred, and from that day, them throw Hobie upon Fred from that time. Everything you know start go well, cause Fred lose all him wife and him lose him pitney, them him lose him house, him bank account, and the place to lay him head. At this morning, him brother tell me say him dead with me answer what. Doctor say a starvation, that's why I say look there, see the one who you dead. So you see, the tune them have a message, you know, and the message is really for majority of the time I really for the lesser person in society. You understand me? It's just say for highlight them and lift them. You understand? For make them know say we have put across a message where may the persons them that are in higher class in society realize that they are there and to highlight them, you know, so that they can be seen, you know. It's just the type of music that I feel comfortable singing. As a matter of fact, I have a wide range of music coverage. I am someone who also likes a wide range of artists because guess what happened to me? You know, I just like good music. You understand me? If the music or the rhythm is good to me, then I will listen to the music and so on. I find myself nowadays not liking a lot of the newer music than due to the fact that they are always speaking about under the woman or under the man or down in a throat and all these things. You understand me? And to me, those those sound like music. Those sound like some person describing their sexual preference, not music. You understand? I believe music is something that when you are playing it, you don't have to hide your children. You understand me? You don't have to turn it down. You get what I'm saying? Everyone who comes by. Alright. There is an artist by the name of Sizzla. He did a song a couple of years ago named Black Woman and Child. If you were supposed to listen that album, he did an album and listen to songs like those. Those are very good music. You understand? Um, where Paris Aman is concerned, he did some very real music. Where Garnet Silk was concerned, those guys did some good music. Sanchez did some good music as well. You know, there's a youth by the name of Dwayne Stephen, even though he's a Rasta man. I like some of his songs. You know, guys. Bob Marley did some very good and conscious music. Believe me when I tell you Bob did some very good and conscious music. Tony Rebel, persons like Buju did some very good music, you know. Seeing, I grew up with artists such as Bunty and Beanie and Ninja and Shaba, Super Cat, those guys, you know, Popcorn and Shaggy and those people. My artist Cartel, Vibes Cartel is one of the most lyrical artists that ever come on the music scene. And he has a wealth of influence over persons, personally, you know. But my problem is that at times you find out that these talented artists are being linked to all form of wrongdoing and crimes and so on. Now, in Cartel case, he was freed of all charges, but Cartel isn't the only one, you know, who has been in that situation. You understand? So at times it's kind of break my heart to know that these talented individuals, you know, are normally linked because even though Cartel is a very talented artist, he can do many different type of music because I have been playing Cartel before Cartel do in a call Kanai. You understand? So people have to understand and I know we used to play that man thing, you know, long before we even link up with Boom Boom, you know, long time. So I know all the different music that he's able to create and do. So when I said he has the talent, there was an artist back in the day that was very talented too, and he was around when the big voices were coming around by the name of Terror Fabulous. He was a artist that was very good also. He did a tune was a gangster, you know. Remember that tune? If person know Terror Fabulous, they would have, and he was a close friend. Not really friend. Put it say he was an acquaintance. And at the time I was young and I made some shoes and he just appeared from me sweet when he was going to do action with Nadine Sutherland. And he met me know say money thing when he come back, he might go pay me. And no, I have not gotten paid for that shoes. And I see that Virgin go from nobody knowing. Yes? Of course, Anna. I have seen that young man left from. Oh, who said that? Oh, people say. Okay, okay. Listen, me I gotta tell you something still, Assassin is very lyrical. I admit that, but where Buju is concerned, Buju is the one that set the trend, guys. Buju set the trend for lyrics, Assassin, I would not say is anywhere more lyrical than Buju. Plus, if you check, you would have realized that Buju has a wide range of albums. Till Shy Low. Hey, true, Anake, guess what, Nadine? Anake, now listen to Operation Arden and then tune the way Buju do, and Anake need to understand where Buju is concerned. Buju is so talented and wicked where music is concerned. It's just because Buju did that song a couple of years ago why he was grounded, and because he was grounded, he might have not made a lot of money in some places due to that song. But I saw I walk on the phone. Yes. Oh, more little than cartel. Assassin. Buju. Listen, Anake, listen. There is no artist presently alive that is more lyrical than Cartel. There is no artist that was more lyrical than Cartel. Only one. That, yeah? Yeah, big up yourself, Misha. Large up yourself. There's only one artist that might be able to give Cartel a run for money, and that is Sizzla. Sizzla alone, guys. Sizzla alone is the only one that might be able to give Cartel a challenge. So, oh no, don't worry. You see, even Buju, when Buju did some songs like hey, I wonder if people remember when Buju did a work with Winnie Wonder. They, they remember when Buju did a work with Winnie Wonder, guys? I remember when Buju worked with Beris Aman, the real way. The persons that say that don't know Cartel, and they really did not. And we're the person typing that, and you're in our minds. Really, the person that says assassin, and that is not true. That cannot be true. They have not, the persons who say that are persons who love assassin, which is okay, but the persons who state that must remember that assassin tried to clash with Cartel already and had to leave the war alone. You understand? So when I look at those persons, I know plain and straight that them not ready yet where Cartel is concerned. But maybe based on the fact that Cartel did get a 13-year timeout, maybe they are thinking from that point of view. But right now, you know, Cartel still more lyrical than most people, man. Buju are the teacher for all Cartel, you know, when it comes to certain things, you know. That's why you hear Cartel say I'm a veteran. Cartel, you know. Bunty Beanie, very good artist. Assassin, very good artist. One of the best artists alive. Agent Sasco, whether I'm one name Assassin or Agent Sasco, I like the Assassin more than the Agent Sasco. Assassin me used to, you know. And I like the fact that Assassin stand for cultural songs. He has some moral guys, you know, where him really decide say he must stick to certain music and him not changing thing, you know. Some of these persons are persons that does very great music. Luciana is another person that does very great music also, guys. Sanchez, you know. Sanchez. There's another gentleman by the name of Ken Bood who used to do very good music too. You know, so we have a lot of very good artists that hails from the island of Jamaica. If you want to reach down in a certain level, when you think about, you know, you have to go look for like big youth, you know, and them people there. So, guys, yo, musically Jamaica is like a treasure trove of musical talent, guys. Plus, I like some foreign artists still, you know, because I believe that Janet Jackson, Missy, right? Janet, Missy, um, Whitney, Celine, that girl Mariah, Keisha Cole, Monica, you know, whether artist the name again, a female artist there. She name Jesus. I'm a girlfriend and a man and an artist name in a one man. Mm. Lady Patra. Um, not a little she. I not even remember what the girl name. They are very good foreign artists. Like them, like them very much. Jada, love Jada too. You know, female artists, they are very good artists. She's I can't remember her name, man. Even that one that rap, what's her name? What did they with jeez. Nadine, what the artist name again? The one where we always a talk about. Where you say she did that on the talent show or something man, as one of the judge. The talent show or something as one of the judge. The talent show something as one of the judge. And she did with Offset. Offset. Okay, yeah, Cardi B. And with the other girl name, the other one, what's her name? Nicki Minaj. Right. So even Nicki Minaj, those are very good artists to me. Like the style and flow and thing. Mary J. Real nice. Good artist. You understand me, guys? Mary J. You know? Apart from that, you have guys. Have you realized and observed that most of our famous personnels in both music and movie scene that are of color are being accused or charged for behaviors that are not what we would say Christ-like. Persons have been charged for pedifying. Yeah. Bless up, Carisha. Thank you for coming to this live stream. Appreciate your support. Although I don't know if you are here or over there, but at the same time, thank you for healing. You know. Now, many of these persons that are supposed to be permanent members of society that we as persons look up to, you know, because understand what I am speaking of. While growing up, I grew up on watching this sitcom by the name of The Cosby Show. Okay? I watched The Cosby Show with Bill Cosby as Dr. Huxtable, that pretty girl there as his wife, where her smile is just to die for. Okay? And I grew up on knowing that the Cosby Show was something that every Sunday night we have to sit down and watch. And Bill Cosby used to then do a sitcom, another show, on stage show that he said kids say the darnest things or something like that. And we used to watch those shows. And he was someone that we rated and loved. And even now we still rate him and love him, but he was one of the persons who was charged for, molestations and so on, you know. And it is so disheartening to know that we have persons that are role models, and the role models that we look up to are being charged for these things. Now, I am not saying they are guilty or they are not. I do not know anything about their story or what happened, but a young man such as even Will Smith, you know, who did some, yes, the Cosby Show, yes, yes. Look at this young man named Will Smith, where everybody grew up watching The Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Okay, that couldn't miss we. And then when you look, Will Smith come like Independence Day, Man in Black, you know, all different type of movies. See, and we used to, um, Nadine, Nadine, a minute there. It sound like my phone dead. Okay, and we watch Brother Will in so many good movies. And from time to time, you get these rumors going around that he prefers the male more than the females and so on. And when you check, he's also a man of color. Look at Puff Daddy or P. Diddy that has been charged for, Now, we grow up listening to the real youth, you know, Snoop Dogg, Notorious B.I.G., Tupac, all of these guys. And when a person such as Puff is accused and charged, it kind of show a bad light on the others, because you would now be wondering if Notorious Biggs was, or if um, Snoop was, and all that, due to the fact that all these guys, what about Drake, Dr. Dre and all of these people? So it leaves you with questions, wondering what is happening. And these are all persons that are role models to younger people. Apart from being role models to younger people, these are all persons that are, what we would say, financially wealthy. You know, sometimes it's kind of hard looking at some stories and thing that comes out in the media, and sometimes when we see them as persons, we have to wonder if they are true. You know, at times I tell myself that these are not true stories. I normally keep telling myself that they might be just stories to damage the character of the persons that they are directed at. Believe me. Because looking at someone like Beyonce, or that girl from over that Barbados, Rihanna, persons like Nicki, and women such as Missy with those nice lips and my girl, Cardi B, with all her assets, and Janet Jackson. Why would a male walk away from these beautiful females to go rub up on some hardback man way? Lord, jeez. No, sir. Ed Bar like himself and round there so stink, smell bad. Sometimes it really sounds too, no, sir. And then at the end of the day, some of these guys get involved with females that you and I, as male, end up begging some of the thing, and then if we get it, we end up getting all form illnesses and end up in the same place. We then end up, yuck, yo, people. No, no. Sometimes, guys, it's so terrible to think about these situations and these lifestyle and everything that you know persons. I am not someone is going to tell persons what their sexual preference should be, but I genetically I have already seen that certain behaviors or certain activities cannot be correct. And the Lord make certain area of the human being body as exhaust, which means you're supposed to let out things from that area, not put in anything from that area. Understand me? So it is kind of real troubling to find out that persons have been, you know, changing around the thing in in ways that is very, 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 very terrible. You know, the females are sacrificing the real, real, firm, stiff, warm flesh for the little tough plastic thing them with the battery in it. You understand? It is reaching a stage where, you know, the female them not really want another life warm thing again. Some of the female decide that another female should be pushing one of those toys. It is reaching to some stage where persons trying to remove the man from the love of the vagina and remove the female from the love of you know, it is very troubling. It is very troubling to know that anything sexual that does not has anything to do with reproduction, right, is not moral, right? Anything that does not, any sexual activity that does not have anything to do with reproducing or producing a child is immoral. Now, persons might be saying, me can go and chat, them don't know what me I talk about. But what I am saying is when the man instrument goes or the man planting goes into the mouth, that cannot produce a child, so that is sexually immoral. Okay? When the female cocoa bread go in at the man mouth, that cannot produce a child, so that becomes sexually immoral as well. Okay? When an animal is used for satisfaction by a female that pass the level of sexual immorality, right? And when a guy take the fowl, right, and have the fowl a bump and in tool, or him have the goat up in the ear with him foot in him pocket, them those things are sexually immoral. When a man dep on a stool behind the cow, you know, nothing about those things is correct. Nothing about those things can bring forth children. Look, at times you wonder why persons, animal having children with human face and all of that. You know, persons molesting the animals, them. You know, females having, cat and dog licking areas. It is not hygienically clean or sound, and these things are what is sexually immoral according to our Holy Bible, according to what the Lord says there. Also, some of us have moved away from pleasuring ourselves with the warm body of a female towards plastic, right? We buy our plastic female and plug her in and pump her up. And after you plug her in and pump her up, you, as a male, jump on it and start ride it, and you suck the plastic, things, and orgasm in the plastic hole and so on. And these things are considered. Now, watch this. Panel level. I was wondering, panel level. Do persons want someone, a sexual partner, who is able to interact with them? Because a lot of these persons that use these um, devices, based on the fact that these devices does not have any mode of communication, or even if them have a battery in there with them and say, oh yes baby, push it in, or what have you. What about the fact that some of them are just totally dead? If they are able to have that relation with these toys, isn't it saying that a woman that passed away and is left careless that same person would not jump on that woman that is lifeless and do the same thing to her. You know, think about it. If the person is willing to have intercourse with plastic, something that is not responsive in no way, shape, or form, wouldn't they have the same intercourse with a dead body? You know, with a dead body, guys. You see, there are some things that is happening, and I really am hoping that all of us take the time out to explain and teach our children that intercourse should be between a male and a female, and it should be between the genital areas, okay, not the backdoor area. And we need to teach our children that also they are supposed to be responsible, or make sure they are responsibly enough to have safe sexual intercourse with persons of sensible, what you would call it now, sensible decision making skills. Persons who will think before getting pregnant or bringing forth a child. Persons who is able to take care of a sibling. Now, I am speaking from experience due to the fact that I had my first and I was not prepared. And because I was not prepared, it cost me a lot of setbacks. Okay, because I had to be focusing on work, child, woman, and everything. And let me tell you, it's not easy. It was not easy because no, let me tell you something, guys. I am listening to some wages that some person are getting, and they are ridiculous. Because a while back I listened to some wage, and one person was getting 7.8 million per year as pay. When I was working and getting under 200,000 per year. So when we look at those kind of difference, you would have realized that listen, we not ready for certain responsibility yet. When the call center working system came to Jamaica, persons that go into this system, some of them collecting 40,000, 50,000, 60,000 per fortnight, which was 120,000 at times per month, maybe, a little bit less, like maybe 110 or 100 per month. And if you were to say 110,000 per month, right, and you calculate that per year, you would get, let me see, 110, 12, 1.2 million, and then 10, 10, 100,000, 1.2, 1.3, 1.32, right? So 1.32. See, 1 million 300. No, no 1,300,000. Oh, 1,000,000. 100, 200, 1,320,000. Right? And when I started working, for me to work that, I would have to work some 7 or more years. And persons are now able to work that in 1 year or less. Okay, so you see the time difference and the gap with certain situation and what is happening, you know? So right now when we look, we see where the smallest piece of land is selling for millions. The smallest 2 bedroom or 1 bedroom house is selling for a couple million. Well, and at the same time when you check it, you hardly have any space and it does not worth it. But what are we going to do? Guys, what are we going to do? Please tell your children to make sure that they have a foundation, firm footing, and they set themselves in a way where they can experience blessings and growth through life so their children can have a better future. It is very hard when a child is growing up and wants a pair of shoes and you cannot buy it. Or you want a pair of shoes and when you go to buy your pair of shoes, you have to buy a child pair of shoes and leave your pair of shoes. The reason why you have to leave your pair of shoes is because I say, listen, me can go and get a crazy blow or a blow and blow up the little one with me have, but the child need to have his or her shoes. You understand me? It is very hard when your child is supposed. Yes? Okay, yes, Carisha, thank you. It is very hard when your child need to go to school, okay? And when the school sends you the voucher for paying the school fee, you cannot afford it. You cannot deal with the book list. You cannot buy the uniform, right? But you have 4, 5, 6 children, and instead of one, you're thinking about 6 different schools and their expenses. Guys, understand nowadays we as parents, I will tell you the truth, and I know that people might dislike what I am going to say, but understand as parent, guys, we are blamed for everything that a child does wrong at school. Apart from the fact that we are blamed for everything that a child does wrong at school, we are then burdened with the financial obligation of everything that the school wants. All right, let me show you how it works, and let me explain something to you. When we used to go, our child used to go to basic school or kindergarten, right? They charge us school fee for our child or young ones. And when they charge us the young ones school fee, they used to take the school fee money that they charge us and they would put some aside to pay their teachers. They would be paying bills. They would then take some and buy cartridge papers and markers and so on. And they used to allow the children to take the cartridge paper and they make some little fishes and so on and put them up on string in the classroom and so on. Nowadays, if you realize that's not the case anymore. The school isn't providing cartridge paper. The school isn't providing toilet tissue anymore for any student. Understand this plain and straight. The school is telling you that this is the book list, and when you look at the book list, you will see things like toilet tissue, you will see cartridge paper, you will see markers, you will see crayon, you will see erasers, you will see paper glue, you will see all of these things on your basic school book list for your child. Okay? All of these things come in. And after looking at this book list and seeing all of these things, remember, they are not going to tell you to give them 12 tissue one time. You understand me? They expect maybe you're going to carry 3 tissue for the first time. You understand? And when the child moving from one grade to the next grade, you're going to be getting another book list that is going to be way more heavier than that, because the books that are going to be on it, bear in mind now, guys, there is no school book for any young child, kindergarten or basic school, otherwise that is under $1,500 in Jamaica. No book. They are all over 2,000, 3,000 going up. That's where they are. And the school is going to tell you that you need to get crayons, right? You're going to need to get some eraser pencils. You understand me? And some school even go as far as telling you that the basic school children need their geometry set. You understand me? Yes. Now, some of these kindergarten and basic school, you would be wondering if every child carry all these equipment every time they get a book list, where are they going to store all that? Because they are telling you they need 3 or 5 cartridge paper, different colors, okay? And after that now, guys, understand this. The basic school is going to keep sending you a note on a monthly basis. And the note is going to be saying Jeans Day, right? Korea Day, Jamaica Day, Peace Day, Mother. Huh? Okay, yeah, man. Okay, Kerisha, have a nice day. Have a nice day. Bye. Appreciate you coming. So these lists are going to be, they are going to be sending you things that says all these days. And after sending you things that say all these days, they are going to keep a PTA meeting. And when you go to the school, they are going to tell you that the children at the school destroyed the desks and the chair and the toilet. They have destroyed it, and they are asking parents to contribute towards replacing these things. Okay? And that is just the basic school. Now, Nadine, anybody here tell that? Make sure you tell them a WHYTE, you know. Anyway, no, the high school don't play. Understand, the high school have fed, the high school have, the amount of things the high school have, some of them may not even know, guys. They only know when them come up. And apart from that, the high school have a system where all material that are printed, you will be charged for it. Did you know that some high schools, even the common documents that you pick up at the school, which means the payment voucher, the application forms, and so on. You have to pay to collect them now. You have to pay to collect them. One time they used to be free because they expect that you need to get them so that you can pay the money. Now you have to pay them for these documents to enroll your child. So if you don't pay them for the documents, it means that you're not enrolling your child. You understand? After all of that, you have to pay the fee. They say it's not school fee, it's auxiliary fee. Then you still have to go ahead now and pay on a weekday basis when children go into school for things such as Jeans Day, Teachers Day, Peace Day, Pink Day, Music Day, all of these days. You understand me? Your child has to pay 200 or 100 or $500 for all these days. Now, imagine as a parent having two, three child going to school, and even though your two or three child is going to school, you have your mortgage, your light, your water, your internet, your gas, your grocery. Apart from that, you have other expenses at home to deal with. You have the school expenses to deal with. And then you go to church on a weekend, and the church is going to tell you that you need to make sure your tithe and offering is in, and they are doing harvest, they are doing this, they are doing that, and every member is expected to contribute $150 or $200. No, understand this. For the little ordinary poor man, please note there is no way he can manage or she can manage this. You understand? And that is the reason why I am saying, guys, children need to get an idea of what is happening around the world, because listen, as parents, we are the ones feeling the pressure and pulling strain. The children do not understand, they do not know, right? As a matter of fact, some of them see we going through this train and they don't even have pay it any mind, because they must say it's our job to get them to school, and it's our job to make sure that they are comfortable. So, in other words, it's our job to pay them bills. It's our job to make sure they have good, clean uniforms. It's our job to make sure the light is paid so their uniform can be pressed. All of this. But at the end of the day, they need to understand that they need to take care of their uniforms, because the uniforms are expensive, and if it's damaged, then they will not have any to wear, and you will have to be burdened with buying another one. They need to know that they are supposed to carry their shoes. They are supposed to take care of their books. Did you know that, guys, right now, when it comes to hardcover book, a hardcover book is over $200 right now. One book. So what is this saying? You understand me, guys? You need to understand that if one book is that price, and then now your child has to get 14 or 16 books for school. You see how much money is that? And then now that child still has to be given fare, lunch money, and that child has to be given things such as breaks money in some cases. That child has to be given money to pay to go into the school when it's this day, Jeans Day, Jamaica Day, that day, Music Day, all of it. So you have to be, where is the ordinary parent supposed to find all this money? And some school have the audacity. Let me tell you, they are keeping a day, and they said this day is baking day. And on baking day, they tell your child that each child is to carry this. So your child might be given 5 pounds of flour and to carry. The other child is told to carry 10 pounds of flour, 5 pounds of sugar, and all of that. And then when all the child bring in all the ingredients that you parents, me as parents, give my children, after the products are being baked, then the same products that these child bake, they are asked to purchase back the products from the school. So we contribute the material for making these products, but after the products are made, we are asked to pay for the products. You understand what I am saying? Look at it. All right, understand this one that we see in schools now. Okay? Your child is asked to take agricultural class because they are saying that everyone needs to know a bit of how to farm and know about farming. And they ask, are your child decided that, yes, I'm going to take agriculture. Your child is the one who grows the crop at the school because your child, when you send your child to school at daytime, your child has to change into farm clothes, go around there and dig up field, planting potato slip, planting yam slip, rearing chicken and all of that. And after they do all that and the crops come in and the chickens are mature to be butchered and so on, they ask your child to carry a suit of clothes, and when he bring that suit of clothes, is now sent around to the farm to go and cut the necks of the chicken. After killing the chickens, they have to then pick the chickens and everything. And after picking the chickens, guess what happened? They are asked to pay for the lunch at the canteen. Okay? They are asked to pay for the lunch at the canteen. Anyway, guys, it is at times very unfair. See, it is very unfair. It is dishonest. We have seen that it is also a form of generalship. It's a form of generalship. So, when we see these things, we are supposed to we are supposed to let our children be aware. So, guys, thank you for staying with me. I am going to be going now. Okay, guys. I will have to go and set up my stream for tonight. So, thanks for being here with me. I appreciate your time. Thanks for your support. Yes. No, man, you stay on your own. Okay. So, Wanda, end this summit, please. Thank you, guys. Bye. Later or tomorrow.
Any.
Thanks. Yeah,
Any.
man. Yeah, man.